What is up, y'all? Welcome back to Mitú Daily.
I'm Jenny.
And I'm Alejandro. And we're not here right now.
We
this
aren't.
is pre-recorded.
Yeah, this is pre-recorded. I'm on my way to Coachella. And
I'm probably in Guadalajara eating a torta ahogada right now.
But we had an amazing interview with our girl, Grecia Lopez. Dude, I love Grecia.
Dude, I was so happy to actually meet her in person because we talked multiple times virtually because she's in Miami. But she came in
coast to coast.
She came into the studio and it was litty and it was a good combo.
It was. You guys are definitely going to want to check it out. Here it is.
Please help me welcome Grecia Lopez to Mitú Daily.
Hey! Oh my gosh! Finally! I'm
Finally,
so excited to be
say
here. You've been
so.
killing it. Congratulations.
Thank you, Miss Grecia. Well, yeah, you inspire me a lot.
Thank you.
Miss Miami is in the house, but also LA is in her
Bi-coastal. We're doing it.
Bi-coastal mommy. So how are you doing these days?
I'm good. As you know, last time I saw you, we were in Miami. Now we're in LA this week doing a few projects, but everything's good. Everything's going really well. Today, I woke up pretty excited because we're here to talk about something important that's near and dear to my heart that I have thought in my mental space, whether if I want to be more open about it or if I want to keep it private.
Yeah.
I'm finally getting to that end of the tunnel where I see the light and I say, you know what? Let me talk about this.
Well, let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
Grecia, a couple of months ago, I actually saw you shared a video about being born without a uterus.
Yes.
MRKH syndrome, is it?
MRKH, yes. So for those of you that don't know what MRKH is, which is totally okay, it's not something we're taught in health class. It stands for the Mayer-Rokitansky-Kuster-Hauser syndrome. So why is it so long? It's actually the last names of the doctors that were able to basically diagnose women that were born without a uterus, which it happens to 1 in 5,000 women.
Oh, wow.
And lucky me, I'm 1 in 5,000 that were born without a uterus.
Being born without a uterus, as a woman, I know what that means. But for those who may not, first of all, no period, right?
No period. So we don't get diagnosed until we're supposed to be around that age of puberty, where it's you're in health class and they're like, oh, women, you're gonna get your cycle soon. This is what you should do. This is a pad. This is a tampon. All my girlfriends are like, I got my period. Which I'm sure it's one of those vital moments as a woman where you remember.
I do. Very distinctly.
It's starting, it's starting. So I'm 14, 15. All my best friends in high school are getting their period. And I'm like,
it's not happening.
It's not happening. To the point where my mom was like, oye, dime, me estás mintiendo, no tengas pena, dime. And I'm like, Mom, you would be the first person I would tell.
Yeah.
So then it got to the point where my mom took me to the doctor during high school, and the doctor was like, well, are you sexually active? Because I don't want to do a whole pap smear.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, not yet. And he's like, well, then maybe you're a late bloomer. Don't worry about it. I was on a dance team, so the doctor was
that could affect your period
the doctor was
later because you're an athlete. Technically.
You don't worry about it yet. Then I turned 17, 18, I go to college. I have my first moment with a guy, and it was so painful.
Really?
To the point where you're like, wait, they always say your first time is painful.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be sunshine, rainbows, and dolphins.
But I was like, wait a minute. No, no. So then I go to the doctor, and then the doctor was like, okay, let's do a pelvic ultrasound. And that's where everything came about, where it was a typical pelvic ultrasound of a woman. You see uterus, fallopian tubes, vaginal canal.
Yeah.
For me, for women with MRKH, it's black.
Oh, wow.
There's nothing.
There's nothing.
Literally nothing. If anything, what I have inside, it's just an underdeveloped uterus. So it stayed
small.
It never fully developed. So the obvious is okay, you can't get pregnant. At the time, mind you, I was a freshman in college. I was like,
no plan Bs for me, no birth control. We are locked in and loaded.
I was like, okay. Understood. Okay, got it. But again, at that moment, I'm in college. I want to be a reporter. Having a baby at 20, 21, I was like, hell no. Now at 30 is when I'm really if I want to be a mom one day, this is going to be expensive, mentally draining, emotionally draining. Will I meet someone that will fall in love knowing that I technically, I can't conceive? And not to mention, as a Latina that can't get pregnant, and you share it with your family. And I remember sharing it with my grandmother. My grandma was like, vamos a misa, hay que rezar, ponlo en Dios. And I'm like, do you not understand that it's not a religion thing or like it's just like one day a miracle can happen. So there was a moment where I was like, you know what? Let me start a YouTube page because I want to be a reporter. I'm in college. Let me practice my public speaking skills. So I started a YouTube called Born Without a Uterus. And the videos did really well. It was like 10,000 views, comments were everywhere. And then I found myself really building like a community online, but the comments got to me. The comments were awful.
What type of comments were you seeing?
Girl, if you don't have a uterus, how do you pee?
I'm gonna.
But there was also the comments where it was like, so are you trans? Like, what does it look like down there? Are you deformed down there? And I kept explaining like, guys, for the millionth time, it's an internal organ. And then I just stopped because I was like, these comments are crazy. It's playing with my mental health. And also in the world of media where this was circa 2020.
Yeah.
In the world of media where it's like, you really didn't back then want to share anything personal that made you unique in this content space. Now I'm like, oh, I'm back, baby.
And when it comes to exploring options, having MRKH, what are those options? What do they look like?
Okay,
I know you said
so-
expensive.
One, first and foremost, what I do want to share is that there are different types of MRKH. There's MRKH type 1 and there's MRKH type 2. I have MRKH type 1. So MRKH type 1, it's when intercourse is painful. There's an absence of a vaginal canal and the depth and the width. This is a little TMI, but we're gonna get raw and real.
No, we need to hear it.
When we have intercourse and you have a short vaginal canal, it's painful in a sense that like it doesn't go all the way in. So that's why it's like super painful because they're hitting a wall essentially. So you're like, wait, like this is not pleasurable. I'm sorry. Like
Yeah, and it's just not. It's you know,
It's
because
just
sometimes
not.
guys don't know how to act down there, but it's
just-
physically impossible for pleasure.
However, there are options. One is you get dilators. You go to the gynecologist, they give you dilators size by size. So you can slowly yourself massage it for it to expand because it's tissue, so it expands.
Yes, like so that's the same tissue that expands when you give birth to a baby, right?
Yes. So then the other option is reconstructive surgery. So you go, you get surgery, they open up, they build you a vaginal canal so you can have regular intercourse. Or, which is what the doctor told me, if you really have a partner that you trust, is patient, and wants to really figure this out with you, just explore, be patient. It'll mold to his fitting. So it was like, okay, let me figure this out. And we figured it out.
Hey, I love to hear that.
And we figured it out, and it's been a journey. And I think it was also like the most like, okay, a lot of people say, oh my God, when you're sleeping with somebody and you're having intercourse, that's like one of the most vulnerable positions that you can be in with anybody. I beg to differ. I think the most vulnerable position you can be in with somebody is when you guys are sleeping together, like actually sleeping,
Just like
dreaming,
dreaming,
knocked out,
sleeping, maybe holding a hand. I don't know.
So there was a moment where I was like, I just felt my body letting loose and accepting this person as like, wait, like, holy cow. It was like a really like an out of body experience where it wasn't painful. It was very soft. It was very genuine. And I was like, wait a minute. And he will probably watch this like, hey.
I'm applauding you and this connection.
Yeah, but it's also a big reason why I decided to like not really continue doing the content because I did stop because it was like those comments that were really getting to me.
When you bring up these comments and this type of ignorance and lack of knowledge, I can't help but think it goes back to what we are taught in health class. What is something you wish you would have learned at a younger age when it comes to your woman's health?
What we should be taught is about infertility because I see people who, you know, talk about women's health care and stuff and they say it, every woman gets a period and every woman goes through this and every woman goes through PMS. No, we do not. And that's a big thing that I get asked too. Like, okay, so if you don't have a period, like, do you ever get mad? Are you ever in a bad mood? Like, do you PMS? Girl, till this day, I don't really know.
I hope these conversations and research when it comes to women's health and fertility keeps expanding because they truly are like really important conversations to have, especially within our community. As you know, this conversation is a taboo topic. Well, we're kind of fighting to normalize it again, to reclaim the narrative. And Grecia, I truly do appreciate you joining us and being vulnerable. This isn't easy to talk about. Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you. And I appreciate for you guys reaching out and giving me that confidence boost. It's like, no, this is important. Come use your voice and amplify this syndrome.
Yes, Grecia. And not only are you sharing your story, we admire you as a journalist, as a content creator. I love and look up to everything you do. So thank you. It was such a great time to be able to sit by you and do this in front of a camera, because we've done this before in private.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you guys. I'm gonna cry.
No! Can I give you a hug?
I wish I had a tear out.
Can I give you a hug
Yes,
to
of
close
course.
this out?
Not every woman has a period, okay? Stop saying every woman has a period, because we don't.
You know we love you here. Where can the rest of our mitú audience find you on socials?
Yeah, if you guys want to learn more about infertility or see whatever I'm up to, it's at Grecia Lopez.
Go follow her.